I see a new person on the stream. Petey Tatted. Welcome to the show.
Active. Welcome, Petey.
There we go.
Yeah.
Hello, Paul Silas. How about
Now, I got a tweet here from Kevin Goody.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Eagles or Phillies?
Eagles. If Nick Sirianni is this awkward and bad in front of 3 Zoom press conferences, what's he going to be like when 150 reporters and 25 cameras with hot lights are in his face at the NovaCare or the Lincoln Financial Field?
Hey, you lose in this town for that team?
Mm-hmm.
It's tough. It is not easy getting in front of this media here.
Wow.
And it's not just reporters. It's people like Barrett on TV who are going to crush you.
Seth.
Yeah. Oh, man. We should get Seth on to react to this rock, paper, scissors. I just want to see his face when Harry asks him about rock, paper, scissors.
This is The Middle on the SportsMap Radio Network.
Presented by Rocket Mortgage.
Live from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. Here's Eitan Shander, Barrett Brooks, and Harry Mays.
Hold on, man. Hold on now. Petey Tat. No. I am not wrong. In fact, I'm absolutely right. Hurts ain't pissed the drop yet for me to name him a starter coming into an NFL season like that. No.
Well,
No. I need to see more from this young man. And of course, if you look at the situation, he should be the starter going against. Or he'll take no. Let me tell you how it goes. He will take the first team reps going into this offseason. He'll start with the first team reps going into this offseason. But at this point, he's not as advanced as this quarterback, as Flacco. So in turn, Flacco's going to look a little bit better than Hurts simply because Flacco has more experience. Now, as time goes on, he'll get that opportunity and start getting those reps and learning from a guy in front of him that's a lot better as far as mechanics than he saw from Carson Wentz. He will develop into being a good player, but I can't say right now that he's better than Flacco right now.
Wow.
Can't do it.
I mean,
Nobody can say that.
Is 35, 36 years old, and was lucky to get a third string salary.
Mm.
No. He was hurt. He was hurt. He was starting in Denver, got hurt, then left there.
Well,
they gave him a little bit of money.
He wasn't good, though, even prior to the injury.
That team wasn't good.
Well,
This team in Philly isn't good.
They stink, too.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So both of them are going to be playing on a team that stinks.
Yeah, and I'd rather always look. Let me go Jim Johnson on you then, right? Always give it to the young guy.
You can't always give it to the young guy.
If all are equal, always give it to the young guy. If
this young coaching staff is trying to set a mark, they're going to want some success. You'll have more success with the veteran quarterback to start off than you will with the younger quarterback. It's just, that's just the way things go. Now, eventually, he'll get an opportunity to show that he's better than Flacco. At this point, they want an opportunity to win and win over this crowd, win over, the people fill up and win over on their boss. They want to make sure that they have something that looks appropriate on the field.
Take the under 7.
This is
under 7.
This
Take it to
terrible.
the bank.
Look, man, I can't do this. Seriously, this is the face of the individual that you trust to make this decision.
Mm-hmm.
Rock, paper, scissors. Now,
yeah.
Well, you act like we have a choice right now. We don't have a choice.
That's the thing is, we
don't have a choice.
I don't think the Eagles do either. I think you just made the point of all points, which is right now, April 21st, and maybe Harry's right, where this does add some smoke into the draft chatter. But all this does is just keep the Eagles in conversation like we're doing right now and serving this up on a platter of quarterback controversy, this, and that. But the reality is that in a couple of months' time, like you just said, Barrett, Jalen Hurts will open up with the first team reps and will have the opportunity to lose or solidify that job as opposed to win it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Well,
So we're all just doing a dance right now for Howie Roseman and Jeffrey Lurie.
He'd better win it.
We're doing.
He'd better win it.
Look, Harry, you don't sound as confident in Joe Flacco as Barrett.
No, I'm just saying Hurts had better win the job because if he doesn't, think about where the team is and where they were a year prior with a franchise quarterback. Now you got nothing. And it's just like this whole thing, this guy that was supposed to be an insurance policy ends up with the opportunity to be the starter, then plays his way out of that to a guy who's 36 years old and broken down. This is a disaster.
Well,
while the other guy might be winning 11 games in Indianapolis.
Yeah.
Right. Well, and that's the biggest thing right there. That's the biggest thing. Now, let me get this point out too. I'm not hating on Hurts. I love Hurts.
Yeah.
Hurts can ball. He has all you want from the new age quarterback. He can run around. He can read coverages. He has a touch with the ball. He's elusive in the pocket. He's everything you want. That's what the new age quarterback, a baseball playing quarterback. That's what he is. But I'm just being realistic on how they're going to go into this season. That's how they do it.
What does that say?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, look at this.
Look at this
for them. Right. Well, what does it say about Hurts? Hurts is given an opportunity, and that's all he ever needed.
Right.
That's all he's ever wanted is an opportunity. And that's what they're affording him, an opportunity.
Which they gave him with it was very trumped up last year. And same with Carson. I mean, that team is tough, even if the guy balled out, which didn't happen. But I think there's more of a statement, not even for Hurts as much as it is about the circumstance. Like, this is something where if you have a young kid that you are now we're just talking about circumstance. This didn't just happen in a vacuum, right? Jalen Hurts, as Harry said, wasn't just drafted in the second round to be the starter. All of these circumstances happened. And even, which probably sounds like it's happening, if the Eagles got caught with their pants down, knowing that they thought Carson could come back and now they're in this situation, all they could do to provide insurance for Jalen Hurts now is bring in Joe Flacco. So I think by their own circumstances, Barrett, they've pretty much declared Jalen Hurts the starter, but Nick Sirianni wants to control or at least have some illusion of control as the new head coach, so he refuses to say it.
Right. He says it's a competition.
Yes. And that's where I come back and say it's unfair to this young man in Hurts for this specific reason.
But you know what?
And I know you disagree.
Yeah, the NFL is never been fair.
Right, that's true.
It's never been fair. It's
Neither's radio.
Yeah, exactly.
You're right.
Radio's not fair either.
Yeah, right. right. The bottom line is,
good point.
I think it could be two things. Good point. Sirianni right now is scared to say who's going to be the starting quarterback, or at this point he doesn't know because he hasn't seen either one of these guys really work from the vantage point of what they could do in his offense.
And he doesn't have to say that right now publicly.
Right, exactly.
He might have told Jalen Hurts, look, you're going in here as the number one guy. Right. Now, if you play your way out of it, that could happen too.
And that happens.
Right. But you tell the public and you tell the other 31 teams, hey, we have a competition here, i.e., we might even draft a guy, and we might draft a guy higher up than you think.
Harry.
It gives them. What are you going to do if that's not the case? If you know that's just throwing it out there, then what you're doing essentially is pissing off another individual here in this organization. Like, that's my point. Harry, you're not in a situation right now you're going to win the Super Bowl.
No.
Just name the kid. They don't even have any signage around.
No, but Nick Sirianni has already played rock, paper, scissors with Jalen Hurts, not once, but multiple times. And he has determined not only is he a rock guy, but he is a competitor. And that is not going to piss him off. How about that?
That's what he would do. We're back. It's the middle. Unbelievable. JAKIB Media YouTube page, phillyvoice.com/the middle sports map radio. Hey, everybody. Not doing that. Why is that not doing that? All right, we're back in 2 real quick.
If you missed any of today's show on the JAKIB Media channel, listen to the podcast on your way home. Available on YouTube, Apple, and Spotify.
Welcome to the Wildwoods, the perfect place where you can safely do everything or nothing at all. Catch a wave, take a nap, go for a drive, grab a bite. It's your vacation, and we're doing everything we can to make it a safe one. The Wildwoods. Your vacation, your way.
Connecticut School of Broadcasting is now the CSB Media Arts Center, training in all that is media, including the nation's most successful broadcast training program with professional media experts whose entire mission is to get you career ready in just 8 or 16 weeks. Train on-site and online at our local campus in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. VA approved. CSB Media Arts Center. Visit gocsb.com.
The middle.
You can't have pigs in a blanket followed up by filet mignon, followed up by peach cobbler. It's too much. It's too out of control.
Are you kidding me?
There needs to be a sense of chocolate.
I don't know who this person is.
Filet mignon with Crown Royale.
Vanilla ice cream and apple pie. You might as well just kick somebody in the groin.
The Middle with Eitan Shander, Barrett Brooks, and Harry Mays. Weekdays from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern.
Are you looking for a place to track your action, purchase picks, and share your sports betting analysis with the gambling community? Check out Book It Sports, a social media platform with an unparalleled experience catered for the sports betting community. On the Book It Sports app, you can track all your NFL, NBA, and college basketball picks while getting real-time updates and injury reports all in one convenient place. Start building your following today and stand out amongst your friends by downloading the Book It Sports app on the Apple and Google Play stores. Let's cash some tickets and put it on floor.
About 45 here. Got some new folks pumping in here on the stream. Welcome, everybody.
I see that.
Yeah, I think they think that I like Flacco. I'm like, no, I'm not really a Flacco fan, but I'm just
sound
saying.
Pretty pro Flacco though, man. I gotta be honest.
I'm
play with him.
No, I never played with him.
Played golf with him at one of Jaws's tracks.
I did do that.
At Ramblewood. He's a co-owner with Jaws of Ramblewood.
Is he really?
Yes.
Wow, I didn't know that.
His brother played quarterback with my son.
You're listening to the middle.
Okay.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Presented by
Unbelievable.
There it is.
From the O'Reilly Auto
There
Parts
it is.
Here's Eitan Shander, Barrett Brooks, and Harry Mays.
All right. I see Harry has the hand up, so he's going to make a point here. So,
No.
Oh, okay.
No, we found something out during the break that needs to be exposed.
And I was going to say, there's the old phrase, and it's old now, as old as it's going to make us sound, that Jay-Z either coined or blew up about the gift and the curse. It was Nas' first album, Illmatic, that is arguably one of the best single pieces of music ever created, at least in the hip-hop rap genre. And it was never going to be duplicated. Like, it was just the gift and the curse. Barrett provides his own version of the gift and the curse, where the gift is that he can provide insight that nobody else here can provide. Right. And it's not just in the NFL. It's the athlete. It's the mentality. It's overcoming so much in his world, in his life. It's who he is. It's the demographic. It's his culture, his skin color, everything that makes him unique to the show that he can provide perspective to and from. The curse is what we just found out when you have the personal bias seep through in the form of Joe Flacco.
There's no personal bias. Like, Joe, his brother played his brother played quarterback with my son. I still didn't know Joe. I just know and understand being in a locker room, going through camp, that it's gonna be a lot going on. There's so many things gonna be going on. Both guys gonna be learning the offense. Joe Flacco has been in many of the offenses, so he'll probably hook on to the offense a lot better. Joe is a veteran player. He's seen things that the rookie had. He's still a rookie. You rookie to your third game. That the rookie has not seen, which will give him a leg up as far as understanding that.
Okay, all that is true in a lot of cases. But we saw last year when this Hurts kid came into the game, this team, for what they were still a bad football team. Right. But they seemed to respond to him in a different way than they were responding to the quote-unquote franchise guy.
Yes.
So what is it going to say in that? What do you think the locker room looks at him now as saying, okay, yeah, it's nice we have a veteran Joe. He's going to help him out. But they've already responded to Jalen in a certain way. Doesn't that tell you that that's really kind of who they might want as the quarterback?
Absolutely. And it'll be his position to lose. He's going to go in taking the reps, the first team reps. So in a sense, you'll say he's a starter, but he'll take the first team reps. But it still doesn't change the fact that neither one of them know the offense. So when you're asking a guy to go out there and learn offense.
Nobody knows the offense. It's a new offense.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So if nobody knows the offense, who do you think picks it up faster? Who's seen things more than the other guy? Who understands what it is to go out there and play in a game? Who also knows how to win a Super Bowl? So of course he's going to be a little more advanced.
A long time ago. Now we do go back to the bias. You're bringing up the Super Bowl run. I was at that Super Bowl. That was 3 jobs ago for me. Come on, that's eons ago.
That's still experience that you have to put into the equation when you're in camp. You're going through camp. You're learning a new offense. I mean, the team, now he'll have a leg up. Now, Hurts will have a leg up on knowing the receivers, knowing the running back, knowing how the offensive line blocks because he's played with these guys before. He'll be more cohesive with those guys. He'll definitely be that. But there are so many other dynamics that comes with, with being an NFL quarterback, stuff that I don't even know. But the transfer information from Hurts and the transfer information to Flacco, it'll go a lot smoother and easier with Flacco as opposed to Hurts. And that's all I'm saying.
Okay. Now
I love Hurts' ability to go out there and play. I mean, look at him. He's a phenomenal athlete. He can move in the pocket. He's shown the ability to elongate plays. He gets himself out of trouble. Yeah. He has a touch pass. He has all what you want from these new age quarterbacks. He does. But there's always the big but.
I like big butts.
Right.
I cannot lie.
But does he have enough right now to beat out a veteran quarterback that's seen it all?
I hope so.
Man, he better.
Me too.
But here's another thing we just said this, and I'm going to join it together. Both Barrett, you talked about it in response to Harry's question about the locker room, and Harry referenced the Jeffrey Lurie statement about this is Jalen Hurts' job before Sirianni, I think, was even hired, right? If you're the new head coach and you come in, you are now between a locker room who has clearly, as you guys just said, adapted, adjusted, and now wants our belief is this young kid to take over as they did last year, and an owner who just hired you that basically said the same thing publicly. So I guess there are 2 ways to look at it. Is Sirianni going to come in here and say, you guys wanted the new Bill Belichick. This is my town here. I'm the new sheriff. I'm starting Joe Flacco. Or do you think that at some point pressure is going to take a huge role in this and toll on Sirianni as well? I mean, at some point,
question,
right? So I guess my question back to this is, even if Nick Sirianni believes that Joe Flacco is the better quarterback week 1, the locker room and owner disagree. I ask you, I don't pretend to know this. How does that go down when you have a brand new head coach who really wouldn't be in this position unless he took this type of job?
Well, you're going to look at it like you looked at it last year. We all saw ownership and we all saw the front office flex and get Doug ass out of here. So he's no longer here. So, of course, that's in the back of Sirianni's mind. But you also got to look at this. Sirianni is what? 2 years older? 2 years older than Flacco? Is that it? 2-3 years older than Flacco? When they're talking, they're not talking as, like you would talk to just a regular conversation. They're talking like, okay, then we're actually peers. I just happen to be the head coach. And that's a different way of talking than you're talking to a guy like Hurts, who's 20-something years old. There's going to be a different relationship, a different dynamic in that locker room, a different dynamic in that meeting room.
Barrett, what happens if he makes his own decision with Flacco and they're 2-4 after 6 games, if Flacco even lasts that long? Doesn't he double down on the negative response he's going to get from the locker room and the owner? And is that not a risk that Sirianni has to weigh?
Sirianni's not taking that risk. Sirianni's going to do whatever the hell they said they want him to do.
Okay.
whatever the analytics department tells him to do.
So
Just
look,
like Gabe Kapler did.
We might have to end the show on that one. I don't think we've walked off 13 minutes early, but
wow.
He's not. No, it might be a sense that all right, they're out there practicing, and they're looking at the two quarterbacks, and Flacco is just balling at the quarterback position, and Hurts is still trying to learn a little bit. So now the owner says, "Oh, well, I think I need Hurts to sit down and watch Flacco for a minute." Guess who's going to be the starting quarterback then? Flacco will be the starting quarterback. All this stuff can happen, just from them looking.
You had me at Flacco balling. Wow.
Yeah. Seriously. Now, his son played. Well, how does this 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon come again?
Right. And so his son, his brother played with my son.
His brother played with your son.
Yeah, he was the quarterback when my son was in high school.
Joe
But now he's a baseball player. His son's a baseball player. My son works for my company.
Okay.
Which led to me, my company, and no.
Well, so it doesn't have to do with you playing golf with Jaws and
which led to me playing in Jaws' new tournament, his old tournament that's coming up in a minute. It was Flacco was a part owner in it,
right?
In which they give me the Nike gear, and they give me the Nike gear, which lead to me wanting to be Flacco in Flacco's corner because Flacco is also a Nike guy.
There it is. There it is.
Barrett has a new Nike hoodie on its way over.
Mm-hmm.
This is ridiculous. How much payola are you getting out of this? This is like a live read for Joe Flacco.
Right.
No, I'm being realistic.
Unbelievable.
Now, we'll be sitting here 3 months from now, and you'll see what I'm talking about, and we'll bring this up. And you'll see.
I'll tell you, man, I got to give you credit. Like you had a sting thing going. You had this long con going. And I think what happened is you got just a little over your skis when you said Flacco balling.
Yep.
And that's where the tell happened.
Look at Dan Burrito.
Yeah.
This implies Flacco is balling.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It was just a little off on that one.
And Berserker Swordsman went on to say, if Flacco is starting week 1, I'm putting myself into a coma.
Seriously.
I'm with him.
Yeah. Did you?
He'll be back with vodka again, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like that. Oh, man, I got to find this here. Great. There's an old Simpsons clip where somebody's in a coma for like 20 years and they wake up and the first thing they ask is like, hey, whatever happened to Sonny and Cher? And the guy explains what happens to each and he immediately puts himself back in the coma. Oh my! Seriously, we're gonna be in trouble, man. Big time.
We're already in trouble, man. We are already in trouble.
You think so? All right, here I'll show you this really quick, just because I can't help myself, and I'm going to be completely distracted as a result. But this was it. Speaking of coma,
on Eyewitness News, a man who's been in a coma for 23 years wakes up.
Does Sonny and Cher still have that stupid show?
No, she won an Oscar, and he's a congressman.
Good night.
That's Berserker Swordsman. Did Joe Flacco still have the starting job? It's week 6.
Wow.
Joe Flacco.
That was, of course, made before Sonny tragically passed in a skiing accident, I believe.
I believe so. Yeah. Although that was pretty late, actually. I don't know when that was. That might have been after. Yeah, the tree accident. Yeah. But to tell you, people are already preparing themselves for this Joe Flacco era, and they're blaming Barrett Brooks as a result.
That's right.
This is like the people who have gathered, bins upon bins before the world ends, listening to Barrett come out and say, "Oh, I got a spaceship. We're going to get out of here. I'm going to take you to the distant planet of Barrettron. Follow me."
Remember when we sat back and you guys were on me about the same thing? The stream was on me and everything also. And I kept saying, well, Flacco would not have signed here for nothing. They told Flacco that he has a chance to go in and see if he can win the job. And you guys tried to destroy me on it. And I stuck with my guns. I kept telling you he wouldn't have signed here if he didn't.
Well, now we know you were working for him.
Yes. Yes. Now we know. And there's one guy on this show that actually watched the Sonny and Cher show when it was on television in the 70s.
We need a recap.
That's not true. No.
We need a recap on that one. Wait, there's one guy on this show?
Yeah, me.
I can play. Paul Silas, how about I was just saying, because I bet your dog could break down with Sonny and Cher like no other.
No doubt.
All right. Unbelievable. Okay, we got a quick one here. We'll wrap the hour coming up. It's the middle. Overtime at the top of the hour. More of what you guessed. Philly Voice. It's the JAKIB Media YouTube page and Sports Map Radio.
Football in Philadelphia is a lifestyle, a passion from birth, and a personal responsibility to know the game. Boo when necessary. And think about E-A-T-L-E-S every second of every minute of every hour of every day. Birds 365 was created for you. Jody Mack, the legendary sports talker, joins forces with NFL insider John McMullen. Birds 365. Start your morning with Johnny Mack and Jody Mack across the JAKIB Media Network. Watch it live on YouTube.
Now, Dank Burrito says, I like JJ's potential in this offense. I assume he's talking about JJ Arcega-Whiteside.
Yeah, J-Jaw.
Right.
J-Jaw.
With all due respect, what do we know about this offense where you can make any determinations about a player
We don't really
who
know.
hasn't done squat yet?
I like the offense they ran in Indy because they ran the ball a lot more than we ran here.
Okay.
So evidently,
But the coach was questioning the owner was questioning the previous coach about play calls in a game that they won on the road and insinuated that they ran the ball too much.
Yeah, and that was the Green Bay game where they went into Green Bay and kicked their butt, man.
Right. So do you think Sirianni's going to be able to rush the ball like he did in Indianapolis?
Well,
I don't know.
Sirianni won't be able to do anything he wants to do. He'll ask, and they may say yay, they may say nay. But at the end of the day,
that's something I think we should talk about too. Which is, what if this guy does know how to coach, and the people up top are so stuck in their ruts that they don't even recognize it? Look, I think they're so gun shy shot right from the Peterson thing, as they were from the Chip Kelly thing, as they were from Andy Reid just being here so long and supporting him on his teat, that they don't know what they wouldn't recognize talent if it fell on them.
Well, if you look at that situation, man, they felt as though they built Peterson.
Yeah, you're right. They created him. You're right.
Yes, they created him into a good coach. They refined him in his play calling and made him who he was, which meant that they won the Super Bowl.
Right.
And
Doug was just the instrument on the field calling the plays into the quarterback's headset.
Yep.
He was one of the cogs.
Wow.
In the whole machine. They cultivated that talent.
This is The Middle on the Sports Map Radio Network.
Presented by Rocket Mortgage.
Live from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. Here's Eitan Shander, Barrett Brooks, and Harry Mays.
105 action for the Phils and Giants. That's going to start technically right in the middle of overtime. Anybody taking the Giants today? Giants are covering games 60%. I know it's early, but anybody taking the Giants plus 1.5 on the run line?
Well, if I did, then I would have to care about the result.
Well, you could set it and forget it.
Yeah.
You could do it, right? One of those. Just set it and forget it. Total's at 8. There's supposed to be storms and something going on. It's 60. I just took the dog out in the break, the previous break, and it's supposed to be some sort of storm watch here in Philadelphia. Yeah, 62 and sunny.
Storm watch. That's to get you to turn on your television.
That's what Jeffrey Lurie's doing right now with this quarterback stuff. It's his version of the storm watch.
And I'm not falling for it.
Who's the guy out there with the thunder, snow, and all the other stuff? Jim Cantori. That's all we're missing.
The Weather Channel. Yeah, right.
Jim Cantori standing outside the NovaCare. I'll tell you what, Frank, this thing's coming in really strong right now. You better hunker down or you're going to get blown over. Nobody should be outside right now. I mean, that's all we're missing.
That was pretty
I
good.
don't know why I sounded like Harold Letterman. But
yeah, what was that?
I don't know.
Yeah,
that was my
like you were calling a boxing match.
Yeah. Right. He had the hand there and everything.
One round, I got to give it to Floyd Mayweather. I don't know. Who knows? I get my stuff. I'm not smooth with that stuff. I get them mixed up every now and again. But this is wild. Very crazy.
So what do you do as a guy that's, looking at this Eagles team, and we all want Hurts to start, but ownership just going to have their hand in that, man. They're going to be so involved in play calling and those. How we're going to know what Sirianni can do? We just won't know.
This team is going to be judged on their record week in and week out, quarter in, quarter out, play in and play out. And they will be overanalyzed to death. And you know what? As you know, because you played here, as we all know, because we work and live here in this form of media, it doesn't matter in the sense of any benefit of the doubt, right? Like if you are losing games and your team stinks, it doesn't matter whose fault it is because the coach is going to be the one in front of the cameras. It ain't going to be Howie Roseman or it ain't going to be Jeffrey Lurie.
We don't need him in front of the cameras at this point.
What else are you going to do? Put the defensive coordinator who knows the offensive coordinator, like put Jalen Hurts out. To be honest with you, I'd rather just have he seems to be the most mature of everybody in all this crew.
And he's doing everything it takes to be a starter. He's going out. He's giving away houses. He's doing a lot to what you want a franchise quarterback to do. But will they give him the autonomy to be that quarterback?
Man,
we don't know.
All right, we got overtime coming up. Thanks, Ron Culver. Ron,
let me double in.
Time for it. A lot of people saying that the skies are starting to be gloomy. I wonder if they get this game in. Maybe. All right, we're back coming up. Overtime right here. Thanks to Ron Culver. We're back on the network coming up Thursday, 11 a.m. Eastern time. We appreciate everybody listening, but hey, continue to watch right now.
Are you looking for a place to track your action, purchase picks, and share your sports betting analysis with the gambling community? Check out Book It Sports, a social media platform with an unparalleled experience catered.
If you missed any of today's show on the JAKIB Media channel, listen to the podcast on your way home. Available on YouTube, Apple, and Spotify.